No Suits Podcast.
What's the biggest mistake we've made?
Yeah, should we get into it?
Yeah, fuck it. Baby.
So yeah, I mean, one of our biggest learning curves that we've had is music videos.
Big and expensive. So we had the song Ice Cold. We were putting out a single, and we were like, okay, we're gonna keep it real simple on this one. We
had already made the mistake of going too complicated on a music video.
Yeah, we had to scrap a whole other music video. So we were like, okay, this one we're gonna keep it real simple, no plot, no nothing, just vibes. Okay, it's the middle of quarantine. What should we do? Throw a fucking party.
And not only just a party.
We need lighting crew. We need a fucking director. We need crazy visual effects. Oh, God.
So we got the initial budget from $5,000 down to about $4,200. But there's a big hole in the budget. We had a huge budget for crew, equipment, lights, alcohol. But in our treatment, about 30% of the video was supposed to be this cool VFX thing. And there was only $50 allocated to visual effects and a sandwich.
We did get a
sandwich. Mendocino
Farms. Very worth it.
Shout out to Daniel too. He put in some work. It was just he had not done that, and so he was just over his head.
And he just had a lot on his plate.
Shout out to Avid too for our director. He crushed it because we were putting pressure on Avid. We're like, hey Avid, we need a cut, and Avid's like, Daniel, we need a cut, and Daniel was like, guys, I'm fucked.
Yes, Avid crushed it. So did Daniel.
But
yeah, eventually, Saj just started learning the program, After Effects. It was like, we should just do it here.
We ended up doing it all in-house. We all just were had After Effects downloaded on every computer. And just all-nighters for a full week. Just trying to learn it. And it came out pretty good. It came out exactly how we wanted it.
Yeah.
definitely.
Moral of the story, it felt fucking sick to have this fucking 15-person crew. There's people, looking at screens and just directing the focus. There's the fog machine guy. There's the guy calling out orders. There's Steadicam comes in at 6, so we got to wrap this up at 4. It felt great having all that. And it was obviously a good look for all of our friends that came.
Great look.
But after we, paid everyone, we were like, oh my God, we did not need to do any of that.
But yeah, that's fucking expensive for one song.
That's fucking expensive.
Yeah. It's fucking expensive.
That's the other thing is how much you put into one song. It's you think oh, this one is the fucking one. We're going Billboard with this one, baby. 600 for mastering, 600 for mixing.
Go fuck, it's a hit.
Yeah. I think we learned that lesson a couple times. And forward, the song comes out and it does pretty good. Nothing crazy. We don't get any Spotify placements. Song does pretty good, but in no way does it justify a $4,000 budget. So maybe if you're on a label and they're gonna pump this shit. They're gonna pump this shit. Then you drop that $4,000 on the video. But when you're shooting from the hip. And you're shooting from the hip. You don't know what song is gonna hit. You don't know what's not gonna hit. Don't spend the $4,000 ahead of time.
We realized we weren't really at that level yet.
Yeah. So the next one we had our friend Dakota. Shout out Dakota, fucking super
Amazing.
talented director of photography.
Gangsta.
We flew him out from Oklahoma, got the equipment, and pretty much paid zero in terms of all other crew and locations. Max just ended up calling a goat farmer, and he let us just go on to his farm for free, and he had a bunch of pigs and roosters and goats and stuff.
He was about it.
Yeah, I just got that. Where else did we shoot? Oh, in the liquor store. It's like, we probably sent this guy's kids to private school already. The amount of alcohol we bought from him, but he just let us like cruise in, like film, and like go in the back of the, what do you call it? Like the
stocking,
fridge,
like the stocking,
the stocking room, and we got a cool shot of Max like rapping with like the milk coming out of the shelf.
Another thing, you won't hear this anywhere else, is we went to Urban Outfitters because we were like, oh shit, our clothes kind of suck.
We're like, shit, we ain't got no style.
So we went to Urban Outfitters, just like picked out a bunch of dope shit, wore it for the video, returned it the day after.
Dude, remember we went to Fairfax and we tried to get a bunch of shit from there, and we're just like, oh yeah, before we buy any of this, what's your return policy? And he's just like, yeah, we don't do returns, and we're just like, okay, yeah, we'll probably be back later.
Okay, so this podcast, we're giving you like the realest information. We're giving away our own secrets here. So we had this idea for like a naked, like Abbey Road walking shot,
Yeah.
Walking in the middle of the street. We like told Dakota, our director, about it, and he was like, oh yeah, that'll be easy. Like we can just like put you guys in your underwear, and then we can just make like a blurry spot on that, and then just change the color of the blur so it looks like it's naked. And it totally pulled. Like we were just out there in our underwear. We really only got like 2 or 3 weird looks. Someone asked if we were on the swim team. We were editing it, and me and Max were like, oh God, should we put it in? Like,
yeah,
I don't know if it ties in with the video. And looking back, we definitely should have put it in. Like, that's what we've got the most comments about.
Definitely. Saj and Dakota were super, they're like, you guys are fucking idiots. We should keep it in. And Rita, well, I don't know if it fits the vibe. And like, and then we sent it out to a couple close homies, and every close homie was like, yo, that shot when you guys were naked was dope. Like, that was the best shot. So Rita and I were like, okay, let's leave that in.
As much as we didn't want to be.
And it's easier looking back. We had to make the mistakes that we made to understand that, and we had to make that spend that $4,000 on that video and have this really linear plot line to realize, A, let's not spend $4,000. B, let's not have a plot at all. Let's just keep it moving and have interesting shots, just vibe, to come to what we feel was like our most creative in terms of visual output, which was like the Whoa Nelly video, which we were very satisfied with.
We took like all the things we learned from the Ice Cold video. We were like, okay, obviously no plot.
No plot is big.
Fuck the plot.
We're going to get one camera guy. We know exactly what we need to rent from this camera shop from our last video, which Dakota helped us figure out what we needed to rent. So we're like, okay, we need this. We're going to need like 2 lenses. We got like pool floaties. We got those Kurt Cobain shades. We got some wigs.
Also, in line with the returning, I mean, fucking hopefully Amazon doesn't watch this, but in line with the returning of the clothing, you can order stuff on Amazon and return that as
Easy
well.
peasy.
They have a great return policy. So all the props, we bought it and then returned it as well. So that helped a lot.
I mean, another way we've been super lucky, and sometimes we get a little cocky with our money, I guess. That's just how we spent the 4Gs. We've got like a couple like nice syncs.
Maybe a quick explanation of what a sync is.
Oh yeah, a sync. Okay, so a sync is when a company licenses your music and syncs it up with video. We landed a white whale at the beginning of last year. We got a Mini Cooper commercial for our song Close Off, and we've kind of just been riding that high ever since.
We're huge.
Oh yeah, but they ended up actually going with a different song.
That's the best part.
So apparently they just got money to blow.
We've definitely been lucky. In the beginning, we had our boy Brandon Cadell from Disney just searching through SoundCloud, and he found one of our tracks. He's like, yo, I'm going to license this for Disney's catalog. And so we did it. He paid us, and we got like $5,000.
And we were at like 30,000 monthly listeners. We had just graduated college.
Yeah.
The song we sold to him was actually our mixing final presentation or something. And it was great because our teacher, Benny Facconi, amazing mixing engineer, you know, he was listening to the song and he was like, it's pretty good. I just feel like it's got no heart.
This guy's got like multiple Grammys, has mixed, like he was the assistant engineer to like Michael Jackson's engineer, like crazy.
Yeah, and then we sold it for 5Gs.
Sold it for 5Gs, motherfucker. I feel like that's part of the independent artist life, is just the highs and lows are just insane.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, like one day you wake up, you listen to the song you made last night, it's dog shit. The next day you wake up and fucking MLB is licensing your song.
You never know. It's definitely super hard to be consistent in your attitude and your mentality.
Emotions, yeah.
Yeah, just like, yo, you never know, but I'm going to still come at this motherfucker and bat like I'm Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
It's really hard. It's really hard. What would you guys say is the hardest thing about like being an independent artist or musician?
I would say like the hardest part about it is like, once again, going back to like controlled emotions, because you can think your song's amazing, but then the song comes out and like it doesn't get in any playlists, or like it didn't get in the alternative R&B playlist, or New Music Friday is a big one, and then you start thinking like, wait, is this song bad?
Right.
It kind of like
That
affects
psyche.
you in that way.
Yeah. I feel that people get too caught up. We've gotten too caught up in the playlist. We've gotten too caught up in the playlist where if you don't get in exactly, you feel like, oh shit, like I suck.
But also the other way around.
What do you mean?
Like we've gotten caught up in playlisting, like in terms of us not getting in any playlist when we thought the song was an absolute smash.
Right.
And we've gotten caught up in it in terms of a song getting in a lot of playlists. Like Sue got
Big time.
in a ton of playlists.
I got
Like
hooked.
it was in New Music Friday in like a bunch of countries, and it started streaming amazing, and we kind of like took
Got
the foot off the
happy.
They
gas.
were like, oh man, we are hot shit. We were taking phone calls with A&Rs and labels every day.
Yeah, we were just calling A&Rs all day. You know, the song's getting raking in plays, and the next thing you know, the song's out of the playlist. All the A&Rs have ghosted you, and you have no songs. Oh shit! We have not made a song in 3 months.
I feel like Sue, we had no thought of its success. We were like, some of the ones we've been like, yo, this one is
This
it.
one's a hit.
Absolute
have
smash,
just
dude.
have just like tanked in what we thought it would do. Whereas Sue, we had no expectation and it just took off.
Yeah, none of us. Yeah.
I feel like just the biggest piece of advice, you know, it's hard when you see those playlists and those big playlists, and careers can be like made off of it, but to not create with that mindset. Like, I think it is hurtful to create with like, oh, like this song would get in like this type of playlist or something. Like it can be tricky when you start playing those games of like, yo, I want to create a song that's gonna get in like my fucking indie chill.
Indie chill.
Yeah.
Should we talk about the EP a little bit and like the collabs and stuff like that? We talked about all the music videos, I think. Yeah, so it's a 7-track EP. Leopards and Furs is on it, which is already out. Woe Nelly's on it.
The last track on the EP has been in the works for like 4 years. So you want to tell how it came together? I wasn't there when you guys wrote it.
I think I had some drums. Sajin had some chords. That came pretty quickly. And then there was just the chops. We did like a little sample thing. There was an immediate vibe where we were just like, okay, this is fucking dope. And, you know, right when you make a track, you're like, oh, yeah, fucking Chance the Rappers, we could get Chance on it. You just like start going through the
We're
list.
thinking
Yeah.
pretty much every time we make a track. Back then, we're just like, I'm thinking like Chance the Rapper. You know, this one I'm thinking like Action Bronson.
Yeah.
Every song we made was like thinking the biggest. Oh, this one's ASAP for sure.
We hit up Action Bronson, right?
Or no, we hit up these like A&Rs hit us up from Atlantic, and we had been like talking to them for a while, and being the dumbasses that we are, we're just like sending them this beat. And we're just like, hey guys, like we're thinking Action Bronson on this one. And like we have literally like 50,000 monthly listeners. They just like ghost us.
Yes. So obviously we didn't get Chance the Rapper or Action Bronson or ASAP Rocky. Some time goes past. I think Ed, our old bandmate, our old drummer, brings over the saxophone player for the church. Oh, it was for another track that we were actually working on with Jackie. He tries to play on that. It's just like not meshing well. He's having a hard time. He's a good player too.
It was like an 80s synthwave kind of sounding thing, and it just like wasn't really like his style. And then someone pulled up Still Miss You.
And he just one take rips like this absolute
The gnarliest
legendary solo. Like I remember that distinctly as a learning experience of just like tapping into like you could tap into some sort of other energy.
Yeah, there's like no way you could just write out a solo like that. Like he was like
He did it in one take.
Definitely. You couldn't write it. It was just pure feel, and
And
he
he had
like
never heard
went
the
into
song
it.
before.
He had never heard the
He
song
let
before.
the beat ride for like 4 measures, and then just played like a 3-minute solo.
yeah, and we didn't even we should have just given him another like take on it. He seemed to be having fun, but we didn't. We got one take, and that's it. We didn't even ask him to do another one.
Definitely.
That's it. It was perfect.
And we tried a couple vocal ideas on it. We sent it to a couple people.
We probably sent it to like 100 artists, and it just never worked.
So we just sat on this beat for like 3 years.
Finally, yeah. And then quarantine happened. And I feel like it just got to a point of where like, there's probably like a good fucking analogy, but you know, you just got that thing on your shoulder and you want to itch it, or you just got that, you got that monkey on your, no, you got that, you got
My
that,
shoulders actually.
my shoulder's
itching
itchy.
right
I got some lice in my head. No, you got that monkey on your back. That's what it is. You got that monkey on your back, and you know, it's like, this one beat's been like getting the best of me. It would be like a battle. It was like, is this beat gonna win or am I gonna win? And that beat would always fucking win. And I was pissed off. And so eventually, and it was really just, it took like what was the right like subject. So we just wrote about like the quarantine. And then I was like, all right, well.
This is it. Yeah.
The rest is history.
And that one definitely, I feel like that one means like the most to us.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all the songs on the project. Probably just because it's been in the works for so long, and really like the subject can probably resonate with everyone right now.
And we knew from like the moment we heard the beat to the moment we heard the sax solo, this is fucking it.
Definitely.
Yeah, that one better get placed. Full circle.
First of all.
Full circle, that one better get placed. Probably $4,000 on that music video. This one's a smash.